Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final day of Division 2 and Division 1 playoffs. It is Championship Day. We have seen some matches yesterday in the playoffs, and there are just 3 teams left in the Division 2 playoffs we are covering now. It will be Primal Esports against Ziad Esports in the loser bracket final, and the winner of this will go to join the grand finalists Godalions. Of course, with one game advantage for Godalions because, well, they are already in the grand final, and the loser bracket finalist, the winner of that, they will go in the grand final with one game less. So, a really good series to see and a really good series we are all excited for. My name is Dennis, and I'm joined by Victor. Welcome.
Thank you, Dennis. Yes, it is going to be very exciting for tonight's game. We have Primal Esports against Ziad, and honestly, I did not expect Ziad to beat Snakebite. But inform us a bit more, Faded, since you're the analyst over here.
Yep, thank you very much there, Victor. So yeah, this match is looking to be super exciting between Primal and Ziad, of course, where you contrast where both the teams have come from. Primal from the winners bracket, they didn't make it into the winners bracket final, losing in that 7th game to Godalions who have been looking very good so far in the competition. Whereas with Ziad, they've come all the way from the first round of the losers bracket and they find themselves in the losers bracket final. And you take a look at the matches they had yesterday across all 3 best of 7 series they played. They dropped 2. That's right, 2 individual games. They beat the GC Pops, Barbarians, and Snakebite, who Victor you just alluded to there. You didn't expect them to win that one, but here they are, and they could be making it into the finals potentially because they've got a lot of momentum behind them.
Indeed, as Ziad, showing everyone that they could take on a veteran team such as Snakebite. Well, it's going to be very exciting looking at Primal Esports against Ziad Esports, or whatever their team name is. It's going to be exciting. So let's get to our predictions, Dennis. Who do you think will be the winners of this game?
It is a really hard one. We are, of course, seeing Ziad Esports 4th place in league play in Conference 2 against the 2nd place of Conference 1, Primal Esports. So, based on that, you would say Primal Esports, but I voted down Ziad Esports yesterday a few times, and well, they're here. They've won 3 best of 7s in a row in the loser bracket. So I would say Ziad Esports is going to win this series. Even though Primal Esports, they might have the better MMR, maybe have the better players, but Ziad Esports definitely have shown they're a really good team. They can beat, the top favorites maybe. They beat Barbarians, the 1st place of Conference 2, with a clean sweep. They beat Snakebite with 4-1. And, it just shows they're a really good team. They're a really consistent team. And I would say they will be going to the grand final to join Godalions.
I am agreeing with you, Dennis, as looking at the performance yesterday, Ziad Esports beating out the veteran Snakebite, who nearly took the win against Godalions, but end up losing due to Godalions changing players, switching up the rosters, going for the main roster instead, with Sir Hunter hopping on and starting to destroy everyone. And the team plays by Godalions was just brilliant. So to take on someone like Snakebite, it's going to be very exciting. And especially now they're playing against Primal Esports. Primal Esports, of course, playing against Godalions as well, end up losing to them as well, and now demoting to the losers bracket. And of course, they do have potential. Primal's a very promising team, but I just think that Ziad is the better team here because so far they've shown they want to stay in playoffs. They want to win the whole tournament. And they want to go to beat Godalions after beating the veterans themselves, Snakebite.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would have to actually agree with you guys as well as this one. Maybe you could say Primal are perhaps a better side. They've shown what they're capable of against Godalions yesterday, who you could say are probably the strongest side on paper going into this one. But with Ziad, they've proven that they've got some grit because, of course, starting that first losers bracket run, you're like, this is going to be a really long journey to the finals. But they've went and proven that they can take down a lot of these teams and they're not willing to give up. They're willing to make that effort to get to the finals. With that said, though, I feel like this one will come down potentially to Game 7, actually. I expect this one to be a very close series, back and forth action all the way through. And also, I wouldn't be surprised to see Primal win this one. It's really, anyone's game, to be honest. Picking Ziad, it's, a bit borderline, you could say, because it's really tough to say it, but I think Ziad are the ones that are, more determined to make it into the grand finals. But I believe we have all the teams ready, so I think, guys, we should just let them get on with it.
Yeah. Definitely, it will, be a really good series. But a side note, Ziad Esports, they have a stand-in. The captain, Jota, is not playing today, and he will be replaced by Chris Beresford. Chris Beresford, we have seen in E-Dream in the same conference, ending up in 9th place. So, interesting to see how he's doing. Well, the game has kicked off. You can finally start with the Division 2 playoffs here, the lower bracket finals between Ziad Esports and Primal Esports.
Yes, and as we begin, Teva with the early pressure, getting blocked by Petink, but now Yuval with the pressure as well, trying to pass to Beresford, but gets blocked by Petink. Petink just wastes possession as Teva as well, wasting it and passing it to Beresford. Yellow Crab with the huge clear into King Alice, as King Alice tries to pass to his teammate, but his teammate is rotating back. Yuval with the shot, passes to Teva as Teva whiffs. Now Petink with the ball position. Gets it past one. Will he get it past the other? He tries to, but Yellow Crab is there to save the ball as Teva now with the clear. King Alice picking up boost, missing the ball in the process. Yuval with the shot, Petink with the save as Teva now goes for a shot as well, a bit too high as that she now goes for demo, but King Alice is there on the backboard to save it. Yellow Crab with the center blocked off by King Alice as Beresford goes up for the bump but can't find contact as Teva now going for a pinch. Go Petink with the block as well. And it's just back and forth, ping pong like you like to call it, Dennis. It's pretty promising. Both teams just trying to find a weakness on each other, but also not trying to overcommit as much.
Yeah, no, it is game 1. Both teams are just trying to look what how the opponent is playing. Primal Esports so far 3 shots. We can now see Ziad Esports with a great opportunity. It is the stand-in player. It is Beresford who's getting the first goal of this series. And Ziad, maybe against your run of odds, are leading here by 1-0.
Brilliant pass by King Alice, centering it perfectly for Beresford. And Beresford, just brilliant positioning, just puts it in for Ziad. As now we go to kickoff, Petink with a brilliant kickoff, but Yellow Crab quickly takes the ball position, puts it to Teva. Teva with the shot, tries to go for the block, but she can't find one. As now King Alice tries to get it past Yellow Crab, but Yellow Crab just denies him. Petink with the shot into Uop, as Uop now blocks him as well. King Alice is forced to make a save. Teva with the shot blocked by Beresford, as King Alice now goes for a clear. He does get one, but Yellow Crab is there to interfere. Petink with the ball possession, can't find a touch as Uop equalizes it for Primal Esports.
Yeah, Urup with a great shot after the great assist from the Yellow Crab as well. In the end, 2 players on the same position, Beresford and Petink. Maybe the chemistry that's not there. Beresford, he's got to go on his name, but maybe still the chemistry is not really there. We saw a double commit on the same position. That's not where you want to be in a freeze game. They got conceded because of that, and they get scored on. But now we see a really good opportunity from Ziad Esports. They can't complete it though, but it's an all-open game. It's all equalized, and just like we expect it to be, it is a really close game.
It really is. So Dennis, from our predictions, do you steal it? Since it's game 1, looking promising, do you think that Ziad is still going to take the game?
I mean, it's still a really long journey, It's only game 1. I would say they can definitely do that. They have to play against 3 very good players, Urup, Tita, and the Yellow Crab. I've casted them yesterday, and they looked really strong, only losing against Godalions and in game 7. But, Ziad, they also look really strong in the lower bracket, coming all the way from the first round of lower bracket, haven't lost any single series. They've only lost 2 games, and it's interesting to see that the 2 series they have lost, those were against Snakebite and the GC Pops, both lost the first game in that series, and then after they won the 4 after. Well, now we are seeing Ziad. They are going to take maybe this game, as you would burst for another goal on his name. Really the standout player so far for Ziad Esports.
Teffer, unfortunate touch as she passes to the wrong player. Not who you want to pass to now, Teffer. You want to win this, don't you? Anyways, we go with King Alice as Batink now takes ball position, tries to center it. You up with the whiff once again. Yellow Crab is there to save the day as King Alice tries to keep possession. Beresford with another shot, puts it a bit too high. This Batink also puts it a bit too wide. Now Teva with the ball position leaves it for Yellow Crab. Yellow Crab with the flick. Will he get it past all three defenders? Batink is there and find contact. King Alice tries to get it past Teva, but Teva just bumps him away. As Uwalt now can't find contact with the ball, shoots it into Yellow Crab instead. Beresford with the demo. Teva with the shot. No one there to follow it up. Now King Alice tries to dribble it. Can't get it past Yellow Crab as now Batink with the pressure tries to center it to one of his teammates, but Teva is there to deny it as Beresford now gets a pass too, but Yellow Crab is quick on the recovery. Ooh, King Alice with the center, no one to follow it up, but Batink is keeping the pressure. Nearly, Teva, did she just break a rule 1 there? I don't know, you guys tell me. Anyways, Yellow Crab throws away ball possession as King Alice tries to. Ooh, nearly went in, but it's very close anyways at the moment.
Yeah, very close game it is, though it's still Ziad Esports leading this game so far, going for the first game win in the best of 7 series. Of course, it can still go anyway, but Primal Esports really definitely need a goal here in this game 1. 19 seconds to go, the time is ticking. We see the Yellow Crab. We have seen him yesterday being quite a mechanical player, but he cannot do anything so far. Just one assist, a good assist from him nonetheless, but so far it's not enough yet to beat the Ziad Esports in game 1.
As we approach the final seconds, will Primal Esports be able to equalize? As I was about to say that Yellow Crab just drops it, and the first game of the losers final go to Ziad Esports.
And yeah, I must say for that game, Ziad, we're definitely looking like the better side. The shot count would perhaps suggest otherwise for this one. But I would say Ziad looked way more threatening on attack. They had so many close chances. Though the goals they did get were just purely off of defensive mistakes from Prime. I believe one time was just mispositioning, really, and the other time was Tedder making a very poor touch, I must say. But I feel like for this next game, when you look at Primal, they just simply need to calm down a little bit on that defense, sort themselves out, because a lot of the time they were just seemingly all over the place. And I'm surprised I didn't manage to score more goals off of that alone, because Primal looked like a right mess, which is a little bit unlike them. I thought yesterday they were doing a decent job with defense, actually, but in his first game, it could just be the jitters, of course. It's your first match of the day. Maybe that's what it could come down to, but I hope that they can fix it up a little bit for the next thing, because then they'll make this series a lot more competitive.
Yeah, we're gonna see what's going to happen in this game too. See the Esports, quite a good start for them in this series. Just getting a win with one good difference against the Primal Esports side. The first game, always nice to have that in hand, but now it's still a long journey to go. It is a best of 7 series. You maybe have won the first game, but definitely you still need to play a lot more games from now on.
As Uwop is now left alone in defense, but somehow makes it work. Yellow Crab is the clear, gets demoed in the process. Beresford can't find contact as Uwop gets a very light touch. Teva also getting a light touch as now King Alice takes over, but gets blocked by Yellow Crab. Yellow Crab going for another shot, pinches it in! What a ground pinch by Yellow Crab!
Yeah, and I've talked about the Yellow Crab, how, mechanical he can be. And this is just the Yellow Crab, how good he is. Great ground pinch, beating both defense in the goal. It kind of had a bounce in that as well, leading to, the goalkeeper in Ziad Esports defense couldn't get the ball, couldn't just, clear the ball out. He needed to jump, was a little bit too late with that. And it's a great goal by Yellow Crab, which gets Primal Esports in the lead early on in this game. But as I say that, this King Alice straight after the kickoff, getting the equalizer, Ziad Esports equalizing straight after.
King Alice with a brilliant play here, just taps it into the open net. Yellow Crab getting demoed in the process, and Primal's defense is nowhere to be seen, which is unfortunate. But as we speak now, King Alice with a brilliant early start. Beresford tries to find contact on the ball, but Uwop is there before him. As I speak, Batink with an early shot, but doesn't go in, as Teva with the save. Now King Alice tries to set up Beresford. Beresford for the net as he puts it in as well. You can't find a brilliant touch on the ball.
Yeah, you know, Primal Esports, they look quite good in offense, but they just leave the net wide open here. I've seen it a couple of times in this series already. It is only game 2. They leave the net wide open way too much. And Ziad Esports, you know, they just capitalize on that. It is a second goal for Ziad Esports. And Primal Esports, they had a good start of this game, but, you know, in less than a minute, they're down by 1. And, you know, they again are under pressure. They are down by 1. And, you know, Ziad Esports, they look so strong. Not a great attempt by Chris Beresford. Fortunately, he can't score it, but Ziad Esports definitely a good team. As we see Beresford now with his second goal of the game. I think that's his 3rd goal of the series already. And it looks like he's a great standing play so far for Ziad Esports.
Beresford really looking strong, trying to teach everyone. Yes, eDream wasn't the best team for me, but I can prove myself. Standing in for Ziad, I will be playing strong, and that's what he's showing right now. Less than 4 minutes left, 2 goals to be scored by Primal to equalize the game. Will they do it? Who knows? They're looking pretty strong right now, going for as much demos and bumps as possible, but there's no follow-ups. Up with the miss, empty boost. Now Beresford tries to center it for his teammate as King Alice just reads the ball and drops it in, with Beresford just bumping Teva out of the way.
You know, it's just a show of King Alice and Beresford. They just bang the balls right, left, and center. 2 assists for King Alice and also 2 goals. You know, he's been here for all the 4 goals. You know, he's such a good player in this game so far. 4 goals where he was just, he either had a goal or assist in. That's just the class you want to have. It is Ziad Esports, who's offending really good. And, you know, the defense from Primal Esports, which is a little bit lacking. They just give way too much space, leave the goal open too much. And once again here, King Alice getting his hat trick. And again, because of the net is wide open there, it is an easy goal for Ziad Esports. We're up by 4 goals, 5-1 it is already, with still 3 minutes to play.
Primal would be very devastated there. They will be thinking, what do we have to do to fix our problems? What do we have to do to stop conceding and instead start capitalizing on Ziad? They are very frustrated, as we can see on their play style. They're trying to go for a more aggressive play here. As I speak, Teva with a shot, nearly saved, but she nails to put it in. 2-5 now.
Yeah, finally they can get another goal. Yeah, to just remember yourself, you know, they scored the very first goal of this game, Primal Esports, but then they got conceded 5 goals, and now finally Teva can get one back. They still are down by 3 goals, though. Still 3 minutes to be played. So, you know, they can get this back,
Yellow!
but they need something else. But Yellow Crab, great stuff from him, getting the 3rd for Primal Esports. So, you know, this is an all-open game again. 3 minutes to be played, and they're only down by 2 again.
What a shot, Yellow. What an angle. Just putting it in. Great pass as well. I forgot who it was from, but it was just brilliant plays by Primal. Starting to pick up now, picking the pace up, punishing Ziad for being a bit too confident. But as I speak, King Alice with another shot puts it in for Ziad Esports.
Yeah, it's just raining and raining with goals. Now, King Alice going for the shot. No one in there, and in the end, you know, decent shot from King Alice, getting his 4th goal. And of course, those 2 assists. It's really the show of King Alice. And, well, you know, Chris Beresford also has 2 goals on his name. So, you know, really, really good offensive plays from the Ziad Esports side. 6 goals, and it's not even half time. You know, they're doing a really good job, but they got to be careful. They don't just give it away, because this game has been very eventful, and they just have to look out. Primal Esports will not score at least 3 times in this game still.
Yeah, they have to be careful because, you know, 3 goals, sure, it can be done with less than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But if they start conceding and doing stupid things again, well, Ziad, however you want to call the team, will always capitalize on those mistakes. As we already seen, they have done that 6 times now. But as I'm speaking now, Beresford with the early pressure goes for a bump on Teva, can't find one as she now saves a shot. But that's an open net for King Alice, but Yuop makes it in time to save the ball. Bating centers it, but no one is there to follow up as Teva now clears the ball, tries to get it past one, can't do so. King Alice with the clear, Yuop can't find a touch on the ball. King Alice for the center, but gets blocked by Yellow Crab in the process. Now, Yellow Crab going for a bomb. Yuwa pops it up, but Patink makes the save. Now Teva going for a shot. Beresford with the save. Yuwa with a shot as well. Puts it a bit too wide. Beresford now can't make a save. Oh, brilliant play by King Alice to save it in time as Teva puts it a bit too weak down the middle. Now Patink with the ball position gets blocked by Yellow Crab as Teva now tries to regain with a pinch now. Will it go in? King Alice, another save by him. Now,
Yeah, we are seeing, Ziad defense really showing off now. They're good in offense. We have seen that, but also in defense, they look quite strong to, clutch saves. If they wouldn't save those 2 balls, it would just only be a 1-goal deficit between both teams. Now, in the offense, it is Patink, but the save from the Yellow Crab forced to get that save 40 seconds to go. And Primal's esports time in this game too is ticking off. It doesn't look like they're going to win this game anymore. That would mean that Ziad will be up by 2 games already early on in this series.
Indeed, it's pretty promising. Like the script is saying, Ziad is looking really strong. They want to cling on to playoffs. They want to win it, and they will gladly do so, as they're already showing they can capitalize on any sort of mistake the other teams are doing. Down to the final 10 seconds now. Will Ziad just extend the lead, or will they just accept the win and move on to try to sweep Primal Esports? But Tink getting a light touch into the corner. Tefa can't find a touch as she lets it drop, and game 2 goes to Ziad.
Yeah, it does indeed. And what we have to see out of Primal in this next game is you got to sort your defense out. I think, anyone can really see just how, I wouldn't want to say it this way, but terrible is really the word you could say. And it comes down mainly to that third man positioning, because I've seen it so many times where the third man is pushed too far up. And because of how fast Ziad are in attack, they're just able to capitalize on it time and time again, because the third man just is never there. It got better towards the end, but Primal has got to be mindful of it, because Ziad are very quick and threatening on the attack. So for next game, Primal got to sort that out. Otherwise, they're going to be swept for sure in this, because Ziad, they're on a roll right now, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, the rotation is just really lacking from the Primal Esports side. I've seen a lot of front post rotation, and that's not what you want in a threes game. You want to, rotate back post. And if you're not doing that, you're not in a good position to save the balls. You're leaving a lot of space left for the opponents to shoot the ball. And also the goal is then just wide open. And yeah, that's not what you want. Ziad Esports capitalize on that mistake, on the rotational mistakes of Primal Esports. And in the end, Ziad Esports got a lot of goals because of that. So if Primal fixes their defense, then they definitely are able to get some games against this Ziad Esports side. But they really got to fix the defensive mistakes in this game.
Indeed, the defensive mistake is what's bringing Primal Esports down, because Ziad just keeps on capitalizing after every mistake they're doing. But now we're going into game number 3. Patink can't find contact us on the ball as Teva now just proceeds with the pressure. Yuwop misses as Beresford finds contact and blocks Yellow Crab. Teva now on the ball. Oh, a bump on Patink occurs, but King Alice is there to save it. Patink with a shot puts it in for Ziad Esports.
Yeah, Patink already here for Ziad Esports. First, the bomb play for Yellow Crab didn't work out, and in the end, Uwap a little bit too late, maybe a little bit too much pushed up forwards. As Faded already said, maybe the third man positioning wasn't there, and in the end, Uwap was pushed up too much forward, being third man, and in the end, this goal happened because of that. Ziad, early start from them, and maybe we can see them going into match point, going into the next game.
Indeed, it's looking promising right now, but it's still more than 4 minutes left on the clock. Anything can happen. 1 goal is all Primal needs to equalize. And this Yellow Crab now just getting a light touch, but no one is there to capitalize on it. Apart from King Alice popping it up for Beresford. Beresford tries to drop it, but hits the crossbar as now Patink pops it back to the middle into Uwop, unfortunately, as King Alice now is forced to make a save, pops it into Teva. Teva with a shot a bit too wide. Yellow Crab is there and he equalizes for Primal Esports.
Yeah, the Yellow Crab is just the player Primal Esports need at this point. The mechanical player, the offensive player, and it's a great shot. It might be, the that he had a good attempt for a shot, but still the placement he had with the shot is really, really well done by the Yellow Crab. Bottom down corner, no way the defender could save it, and it's all equalized here with 1 minute played.
Indeed, that's all they need to do. But as we're speaking now, King Alice trying to go for another shot, but gets blocked by Teva. Now Beresford tries to keep up the pressure, pops it to Yellow Crab instead as Ziad now, King Alice, sorry, pops it into Teva. Teva pops it to Yellow Crab. Yellow Crab tries to go for another pass. Teva pops it back to middle, but no one is there to pass it. Or shoot it, sorry. Now Patink on the pressure, gets blocked by Uwab. Yellow Crab tries to clear it, pops it up for Uwab. Uwab going for a shot. Yellow Crab going instead and puts it in for Primal Esports.
Yeah, I already said how the Yellow Crab is such a good player, the stand-up player for Primal Esports. And look at this goal, beating all the defenders in the goal. That is just pure class here in Division 2 playoff. The Yellow Crab really taking his team here in form. Getting 2-1 up, 2 goals from the Yellow Crab. Great stuff from him. And Primal Esports finally, I think, it is the second time for them. They are on the lead here in this series.
Indeed, but don't forget, it's more than 3 minutes, anything can happen. If Primal makes a mistake, Ziad is ready to capitalize. But let's hope that Primal doesn't make a mistake, as they're probably one of the most favorites in here currently. But as I'm speaking, Patink with the center, Uwab is there to counter-attack it, but Patink pops it up again. Yellow Crab is there to interfere, but Beresford pre-jumps it and reads it. Now King Alice centers it into Teva. Teva with the shot. Yellow Crab nearly blocking Patink, but Patink is a bit quicker. Now Beresford with the clear and the demo. Patink pops it up for King Alice. King Alice for the net, saved by Yellow Crab. As now Teva, without any boost to work with, tries to get it past 2. She does. As now King Alice just clears it. Beresford tries to center. Teva is there to make the save as Beresford goes for a shot, but a bit too wide as Uwab can capitalize on it. Now Beresford pinching it to the other side. King Alice didn't expect it as he now takes it up. Tries to go for a ceiling shot. Will he do it? Will he put it in? He doesn't as Patink gets blocked by Uwab. Now Patink pops it back middle. Beresford just blocking.
Yeah, 2 minutes left. Primal Esports still 1 goal lead because of those 2 goals of the Yellow Crab. But the pressure is getting on now. Ziad will get a little bit more on offense now. There's still 1.5 minutes. Everything Primal needs to do now is keep the net clean. Do not concede at this point because Ziad, they will be able to just score. Keep your defense clean. Keep the rotations clean. So far, it has been alright. They conceded once because of a rotational mistake. But right now, Ziad, they're doing alright. They are going a little bit more forward. But Primal Esports still in the lead with 1 goal.
Ever with the whiff here, faking out Beresford, but Tink takes ball position, tries to get it past her. He does, but Yellow Crab is there to interfere. Goes for a shot, saved by King Alice. Now King Alice taking ball position, goes for the shot. Uwab is there and saves it. He takes it down the side, pinches it into the middle. Yellow Crab sends it back at him. As Uwab can't find a good touch on the ball, but Tink tried to go for a bump. Beresford getting blocked by Teva as King Alice now makes the save from the backboard. Uwab finds a touch but into the corner instead. Now Patink pops it into King Alice. King Alice pops it down. Beresford, will he score? He doesn't as he gets blocked by Yellow Crab. Yellow Crab going for a shot. He does get it, but it's a bit too wide to go in. Now King Alice, no, not a lot of boost to work with as Teva goes and takes it. Patink with a whiff. Beresford now clears it down the line. 30 seconds left on the clock. Will Ziad be able to equalize?
Yeah, we have to see that. Ziad now in the offense. He does it. Patink will get his 2nd goal and the 2nd goal for Ziad Esports. Will equalize it in this game 3. And Ziad Esports definitely back now in this game. Pushing this game to an OT maybe. But definitely well done by Patink here.
Patink just catching Teva off guard as she's a bit too far up on the defense once again. In front of the goal line instead of behind it. And Patink just punishes her for that. As I'm speaking now, King Alice trying to just end it with a shot that gets blocked as Patink now takes ball possession down to 0 seconds. Go for the shot. Teva with the save. The ball is still alive. Goes for a shot. Passes it to Yellow Crab. Yellow Crab getting blocked by King Alice. Now Beresford keeping it off. Teva just lets it drop and we go to overtime. Now the first overtime in the series. As I speak, Beresford with a brilliant kickoff. Yellow Crab is there, dropping it down to Petink, but Petink just getting an unfortunate touch into his own half. Beresford is there to clear it once again. Yellow Crab up for the shot, passes it to his teammate. Teva is there, but gets blocked. Now Petink takes his time, goes for the shot, but a bit too wide as Yellow Crab just wastes possession of King Alice. Popping it back into Beresford, getting a bump in the process, but no one is there to follow it up. Petink going for a middle pass. Yellow Crab reads the bounce. Petink hasn't given up yet. Goes for another touch. Gets it past Yuop, but Teva is there. But Petink just coming out of heaven. Just coming, striking down and takes the ball. As now King Alice goes for a block. Can't find one on Yellow Crab. As Yellow Crab now blocks Petink. As Yuop with the follow-up. Beresford with the clear. Gets it to the corner, but Yellow Crab is already there. Yellow Crab gets it past one, but not Petink, as Petink goes for a shot, a bit too weak. Beresford with a block, dangerously in front. Teva backflip, Beresford down, drops it and wins it for Ziad Esports.
Yeah, Ziad, great comeback from them. Great shot here from King Alice going out with the end. No one pushing from Primal Esports. And Ziad Esports against Ronald maybe are in match point 3-0 up in his best of 7 series. Great game from Ziad, great comeback, late goal, and in the end won the OT. Great stuff from Ziad Esports in this game 3.
Yeah, great stuff from Ziad Esports indeed, and it really goes to show the character of this team. They never give up. They always want to bring a game back, and you do it just there. And I must say, it was looking like such a good game for Primal. I was convinced they could win it, especially Yellow Crab putting up such a good performance. You just saw how well he was positioning and how he was capitalizing on a lot of those chances and making it easy for his teammates to find passes to him. But in the end, the equalizer comes in, and then a lapse in rotation just there results in Ziad getting another goal and the win. It's a bit heartbreaking for Primal, really, because I felt like they could have gotten themselves a game win there. So now they got to win 4 in a row. I'm not even sure if it's going to be enough at this point, because it seems like such a big mountain to climb, especially like a team in such high form as Ziad.
Yeah, Ziad Esports, if they win this game, if they win this series, then they will auto-promote to Division 1. So, everything to play for here. Ziad Esports, if they win here, they will auto-promote. But the loser, they will still have a chance of going into Division 1. Of course, they are beaten out of playoffs, but they will still have the chance of going to the Division 1. They will be playing the 9th place of Division 1 in the promo relegation match. So, everything to play for. If Ziad wins here, we will be seeing them next season in Division 1. Everything to play for. And Primal Esports, all they can do now is getting a reverse sweep. And Primal or Ziad Esports, everything they can have. They have 4 lives left, and they can clean sweep it as King Alice. Soon in the game, already get a goal. 12 seconds in. That's the Ziad Esports you want to see. And they're going for that clean sweep against Primal Esports.
Oh, brilliant shot, King Alice. Getting his boost stolen, but doesn't give away that ball. He isn't giving time and space for Primal Esports. He wants to win this. He wants to face against Godalions Celeritas. Maybe even doing an upset in the grand finals against them. As we are now in the match point and the most important game of all in the series, as Petink goes for a shot, puts it a bit too wide, as now Yellow Crab has possession but doesn't have the boost to work with. Pops it, tries to pop it to the middle, gets a bump! No way, really close. Great save by Petink and a follow-up by King Alice to block you up. As Teva now goes for the pinch, but Beresford is already up for it. Now Yellow Crab tries to pop it back to the middle, gets a weak touch as King Alice dunks both of them. Petink backflips, gets it, doesn't get it past Teva, as now Teva equalizes the game.
Yeah, Petink with the backflip, side flick there, leaving Tita to, get the ball. Petink misses the ball after, no one in that after. And in the end, Primal Esports getting the equalizer here in this game 4, going for that reverse sweep. Not letting Ziad Esports going for the clean sweep, but definitely this was a mistake for Petink in defense, that's for certain.
Indeed, that backflip was crucial, as he now just gave Teva so much time and she just took it and scored. Just capitalizing on Petink's backflip, but as I'm speaking now, Beresford getting it past one. Teva with the pass. Oh, bump nearly occurs, but Yellow Crab just jumps over him, as Yellow Crab also gets a save now. Yellow Crab with the ball possession, passes it to Teva, but King Alice is there to interfere. But Tink with the block, Dewop sends it to the side. Now Beresford with an open net, all three is back now. Can't do much there as Yellow Crab now has the ball possession, tries to get it past both, but King Alice is there to save it. Teva can't find contact on the ball as King Alice now takes ball possession. Gets it past Yellow Crab, can't get it past the last defender. Yuwa with a pre-flip gets it past one as Petink is there to interfere now. Yellow Crab waits patiently, tries to learn what Petink is doing, but Petink gets past him. Teva with the block, Yuwa with the follow, but King Alice is quicker. Beresford tries to drop it, but Teva is there to block. Now Yuwa getting challenged by Petink, but Yellow Crab is there to save it as King Alice now sends it back into the blue half, keeping the possession and pressure. King Alice tries to center, Teva is there to save it, sends it into the orange half instead now. Yuwa tries to go for some pass here, but Petink is there to save it. Yellow Crab having a lot of boost, but Petink is there to challenge him and beat him as well as Teva goes for the shot saved by Beresford. Beresford with the pop up to the middle, but Yuwop is already quick enough to the ball.
Yeah, we still have 2 minutes to see. We've seen equalized score here in game 4. Ziad had a really good start of this game, getting a goal in 12 seconds, but then Primal Esports came back really well. It is 1-0 now, 2 minutes left. Ziad Esports in the offense, but Primal Esports, it looked like they have, kind of picked up the defense. We see some good saves, we see some good defense from them, not leaving open nets like they did early on in this series, so that's really good to see from them. So they still got to score some goals. They have 2 minutes to at least.
Oh, the demo comes through! Oh no, no one is there to capitalize on it. Oh, unfortunate. The demo comes through, open net, but it was just really awkward for King Alice as he couldn't drop it. But King Alice with the center, Petink with the shot, puts it a bit too wide as Yellow Crab with the demo on Petink now. Yuwa with the clear, Petink is back on the action as King Alice goes for a pass, no one there to follow it up. As Beresford goes for a drop, gets it past 2 now by faking them as Petink now gets it past 1. Yuwop can't find contact on the ball nearly just goes in the net but hits the crossbar. Teva with the miss, but no one is there to follow up. What is happening?
Yeah, 1 minute remain, and we see some chaos now at the defense from Prime Esports. In the offense now, it is Petink with a save, forcing to get that save. Ziad still alive. Primal still alive as well, but they need to score at least once. If it's in overtime or not, they need to score and not let Ziad Esports score. 30 seconds left in this game. This could be a clean sweep. It still could be a reverse sweep, but Primal Esports take it down to the wire. 30 seconds left and still a 1-0 score here in game 4.
Indeed, as we're talking now, Beresford trying to go for a shot, trying to just end it already, but Yuwop can't find a good touch on it. Yellow Crab with the miss, Teva clears it down the line. King Alice now doesn't have a lot of boost to work with, tries to do his best, but pops it into Teva instead. Now Beresford getting demoed by Teva as Yuwop now centers it, but a bit too weak. Yellow Crab with the shot, 4 seconds left on the clock. Yuwop goes for the shot, saved by Beresford. Beresford just kills it, and we go to match points overtime.
Primal Esports, they just one goal away from getting beat out in playoffs by Ziad Esports. Ziad Esports having done an incredible job in the lower bracket. And all the way to here, they're on overtime. In match point, they can decide it in this game. Score once, and you're in the grand final, and you're in Division 1 for next season. But yeah, Primal Esports definitely will not try to let that happen. They will try to get back in this series, though, they have so small chance now. It's only Ziad Esports once. It's King Alice. He does it for Ziad Esports. As we see Ziad Esports as a second grand finalist in Division 2. Great shot from him. And again, Primal Esports a little bit awkward in defense. But we see Ziad Esports going into the grand final. We see Primal Esports getting knocked out. What a series this was. But definitely Primal Esports, they are not knocked out yet. They still have a chance of going into Division 1. But definitely Ziad Esports, they're confirmed as a Division 2 grand finalist.
And what a series from Ziad. You can see from start to finish, they were clearly the better side. And you got to admit, Primal, they did improve throughout the series, and they were starting to look defensively. You saw they were a lot better. They weren't giving away those dumb open nets anymore. but you could see it so clearly from how they were playing, how nervous they were, because there's so many uncontested balls, many close shots that really you should have said Ziad should have converted them. But in the end, Ziad clutch up in that overtime. 4-0 sweep, I must say, it was absolutely deserved. Like, I was thinking after the first or second game, Ziad definitely had this in the bag. So very well done to Ziad. They're going to be facing Godalions Solaritas in the finals. And I must say, Godalions, they've got to be very careful because this Ziad squad coming all the way for the first one in the losers bracket, looking like a championship level team.
Yeah, what a run Ziad Esports have had here. They've already clean swept the first place of Division 2.2. Now they are facing the first place of Division 2.1, Godalions Solaritas. They got clean sweep because Godalions Solaritas already have a game in hand in the grand final. But Ziad Esports, what a run they have had. 4-1 against VGC Pops, 4-0 against Barbarians, 4-1 against Snakebite, and 4-0 against Primal Esports in 4 best-of-7s in so many games. They've only dropped 2 games. That's incredible. And they're just the underdog story, the underdogs of Division 2, 4th place in Division 2.2, but here they are in the grand finals. They want to take this series. Godalions Solaritas 4-3 against Snakebite. Godalions Solaritas 4-3 against Primal Esports. 2 best-of-7s, 2 game 7s. And this definitely could go to game 7 as well. We will be going into the grand finals. In a bit, we will be going into a short break of roughly 15 minutes until we are back with the grand final of Division 2. Stay tuned, don't get anywhere, and we will be with you in roughly 15 minutes.